Hello, my darlings. Welcome to the Apsara Academy. This is where we talk about love, relationships, feminine power, and how smart feminine women can use masculine energies correctly so their lives can feel easier, more easeful, and not heavy. All right? So let's go deeper. 1 minute. Yes, so recently my husband and we took our fur babies to the vet for their yearly vaccinations, right? Now, if you're a fur baby parent, you already know vet visits can be overwhelming. You know, the smells, the unfamiliar environment, your baby's anxiety becomes your own anxiety even. So we were waiting in the reception, the lobby area, and I noticed this beautiful, very attractive young girl with her own older dog, right? And immediately I could feel her energy. And she was stressed, she was chaotic, she was all scattered and running around the hospital pretty much like a chicken with its head cut off, right? Her nervous system was completely overwhelmed. Like she was worried. Her lips were turned down, her eyebrows were all like squashed together, right? Her whole body was in panic mode, right? And of course, my heart went out to her because I used to be her in my 20s and 30s. I recognized that woman instantly, right? Uh, the stressed out, overworked, overly masculinized woman who did not have that safe, secure container around her. So she was also trying to negotiate, right, with the receptionist because the procedure costed much more than she had initially expected, I assume. And she was asking if she could split the payment, trying to call her family members, trying to manage everything at once. And it's already, like I mentioned, a stressful situation, stressful environment, and her energies were everywhere. Some of the staff were even visibly irritated by her. Not because she's a bad person, yes, but because her chaos creates a lot of friction around her, right? So now I wanna show you, paint you the picture of the contrast now. Same side, uh, the same situation, the same environment, same coin, but the different side of the coin, right? There I was with my husband and our two fur babies. My husband was handling all the finances, right? Excuse me. Okay, keep getting a lot of okay. My husband was handling all the finances. I didn't even have to think about it. I didn't have to worry about it. I know he's got it. He's going to handle it, right? He was lifting our dogs, especially Nico, our bigger boy, right? He was managing all the logistics. He was doing all the literal physical heavy lifting, right? Lifting our babies to the table to weigh them. So I didn't have to do all the heavy lifting. Both are, but however, right? Both our fur babies were looking at me to regulate their nervous systems. And because I wasn't worried about the money, because I didn't have to worry about taking the fur babies to and back from the veterinary. My husband did all the driving, took us there, brought us back home, right? Because I wasn't trying to control everything or manage everything. Since my husband was taking care of all of that work for me, I was calm. I felt calm. I felt grounded and present, and I could focus purely on the emotional attunement of the unit. All right, I could, because of that calm, inner, feminine, relaxed, leaned back energy that I was in, thanks to my husband holding the structure for me, I could focus on attunement, right? I could focus on energetically taking care of our fur babies, and they were focused on me to co-regulate their own nervous systems. So also, because of the state that I was in, I was able to connect more deeply with the doctor, the vet. So she was able to open up more. She was able to share more details with us, right, regarding our pets, other conditions, and how best we could handle it. She was giving us a lot of ideas and opinions. We could have that back and forth conversation, which actually extended a lot more than another patient, right? There was this flow. And because I was held in this masculine container by my husband, my feminine energies also became magnetic, right? People were staring, people were smiling at me, people were soft towards me, people were helping me out. Not because I'm a great, what do you call it, model or or anything of that sort. I'm talking energy here, right? The feminine energy is always very attractive and very magnetizing uh, in the world. It's got nothing to do with the specifics of your physical aesthetics. So I was also very magnetic and attracting a lot of good attention and towards me, right? So this is, like I said, right, this is not because I'm one beauty queen or anything, or that I'm better or anything. It's just purely because my nervous system was feeling safe in that environment, in that situation. So this is what most women get wrong, right? So now listen to me carefully, love. See, this has got nothing to do with gold digging, right? Nothing to do with being a weak feminine woman, right? Nothing to do with being overly dependent on a man or the masculine, right? Remember what I always tell you, ladies. How do you have to look at men or the masculine energy, right? How do you have to look at the masculine energy? Give me an answer. Let me know. Let me know. What have I always told you about masculine energy and how to see it? All right, think about it. And a slight digress, if you see the environment, the room has changed. It's because it has. Now I have my very own studio room, thanks to my husband. He really helped me put a lot of things together, and I'm loving this space. It gives me, after a long time, I'm having my own space to myself, and I'm totally enjoying it. All right, so this is my official studio room for Apsara Academy now. Right, so let's get back. Get back. What were we talking about? So this is not about, yeah, what have I always told you on how to view masculine energies? Let me know in the comments your answers. Let me know. Right? Yes. Masculine energy, I'm going to give you the answer. Let's see if you got it right. Masculine energy is a tool. Did you get it right? Let me know in the comments. Yes, so we got to see masculine energy as a tool that exists to be used. For example, let's imagine a hammer, right? The hammer was created for the primary purpose of drilling a nail into the wall. So that is a hammer's sole purpose, right? So a tool needs to be put to good use towards making your life easier in some way or the other. So let's come back to this story, this example, right? In that moment, in that situation, my husband's masculine energy tool was used exactly for the purposes it was designed for, handling all the logistics. All right. In this case, the finances, paying the bill, whatnot, making sure all the medicines were correct, what the pharmacy lady was picking and giving us was aligned with what the vet had written on the prescription, right? The financial containment for it all, doing all the heavy lifting, the driving, us back and forth, creating that structure, right? All of that. So a tool, my husband's masculine energy tool, was put to good use in that situation, in all of these beautiful, wonderful ways that I was enjoying and needing and wanting and uh, grateful for. I'm blessed with today in the life that I've manifested, right? So that is why I say it's not just about money, right? Masculine containment is not about just um, financial provisions. It could include that. It's all of these things. So that is why I say it's about the energetic symmetry and not gold digging. You should get that out of your brain. So because of this structure, this containment that my husband was able to provide for me in this environment, in this situation, I could bring my feminine gifts, my natural feminine gifts, my energetic calmness, my alignment, and my groundedness in my body. And because of which, because I was grounded in my feminine energetics, right? The magical energies, I was attuned. I could emotionally regulate our unit, including our fur babies. I could be in my magnetic, radiant, attractive space, which brought in a lot of gifts to us, right? In terms of attention and whatnot. So, and also, right, when the feminine woman standing next to a masculine energy embodied man, when she's attracting that attention, that also reflects back as respect for the man. How can I say it? For example, um, maybe this could help you understand this better, right? If someone owns a beautiful home, like a mansion, right? Architect designed mansion, interiors beautiful, elegant, wonderful home, automatically, subconsciously, whether you know it or not, you would respect the owner of the home. Am I right or not? All right. So that is sort of similar to this situation. So when the wife is in her feminine, radiant, beautiful, uh, calm, aligned, nervous system, regulated, grounded, feminine, radiant space, and she becomes magnetic there. Again, I'm not talking about visual aesthetics here. I'm talking the language of energetics here. When she's in that space, she attracts attention. All right, a lot of eyeballs looking at her, and that, like, she becomes that beautiful home. All right, that mansion, the architect designed beautiful home with all of its interiors done, and that gets reflected onto the husband in terms of respect. People unconsciously start respecting your man, and that helps him build himself up more in his life, in all aspects of his life, which again gets poured back into you, right? This is the beautiful energetic symmetry that I'm talking about. And no, darling, this is not about gold digging at all. Okay, so now let's be very clear. Okay, I want to talk about internal versus external masculine energies. Masculine energy is everywhere, right? You as a woman have your own masculine energy as well. You use it to build careers, run businesses, set goals, get things done, get shit done. Me coming and making this video, I'm using my own masculine energies, right? So that there's nothing wrong with that. The other beautiful young girl that I was talking about, right? When I started off sharing this experience that I had recently, She was completely in her masculine energy. She was using her own masculine energy to handle the situation in her life. See, this is the thing most women don't want to face. This is the truth, and I want to say it here. When a feminine woman relies only on her own internal masculine energies for everything all the time, her nervous system pays the price for it, darling. How does it pay the price? Through stress, through anxiety, through burnout, health issues, loneliness, feeling alone, right? And these are stuff that I faced pretty much every day of my life in my 20s and my 30s, honestly. Okay, so these aren't, see, when a woman is fully tapped into her masculine energy and she has to be there, stay there to handle all aspects of her life on her own, this is not a personal failure, all right? Please do not think it as that. It's just that there are going to be energetic, physiological, psychological consequences to it. And this is something that women are failing to understand, and they're not wanting to face this truth. All right. And Auntie Eliandra is here to give it to you as it is. So, um, So, yeah, let's get back to masculine energy, right? God created masculine energy to be a tool for a reason. Like a hammer lying unused will just rust, right? A tool not put to good use becomes destructive. Masculine energy is no different, whether it's inside you or outside you, right? And smart feminine women don't reject masculine energy. She energetically directs it. She needs it. She uses it. She allows it to work for her, to give to her, and she receives it beautifully. Because here's the secret, right? A tool loves to be needed. Masculine energy needs to be needed. And it's only the feminine energy can make the masculine make the masculine energy feel needed. All right. So there are people who would say, oh, as women, you don't bring you don't need a masculine man, and you don't oh sorry, like what I meant to say is there's a lot of ideologies out there that say, oh, as a woman, you don't have to bring anything to the table. It's just you are the table, la di da di da. No, darling. All right, what is this? As a woman, you bring your feminine energies to the table and all the glorious gifts that come very naturally to the feminine woman, right? So I don't believe that feminine women don't bring like women don't bring anything to the table. They bring so many unseen stuff to the table. The masculine might be bringing a lot more visual proof to the table that you can visually see, logically understand. But the gifts that the feminine brings is like stuff that can't be seen, right? It can be felt. It could be. It's just magic. So this thing like a woman does not bring anything to the table is absolute nonsense, darling. So in this situation, for example, right, my feminine energies brought attunement that kept our babies calm. All right, my softness created ease. My grounded presence created flow. And when a man, right, stands beside a feminine, radiant woman, like I mentioned, he receives this respect from the world. It's just energetic symmetry, darling, between the masculine and the feminine, right? So a wise feminine woman knows how to direct respect back to her man in these situations. So just because I was attracting a lot of attention, I made sure that I looked at my husband I listened to him. I included him in that because I want those energies. Of course, I enjoy it, but I also want it directed back to him, to build him up, right? So he can pour more into me. Do you see the symmetry here? So I want to ask you a question. So now, my darling, okay, let me ask you this. Are the masculine energies in your life, right? The external masculine energies in your life working for you? Journal on it, sit and go deep on this for yourself to answer these questions for yourself. Do they make your life easier, more pleasurable, more spacious? All right? Or are you working for the tool? Are you doing everything alone and calling it independence while your body is quietly feeling burnt out? Right? So from today onwards, remember this, my darling. Masculine energy is a what? It's a tool, and every tool must be put to good use. That is its sole purpose. Not against you, not instead of you, but for you. All right? This is not about taking or grabbing or gold digging. This is about energetic balance. So with this, we'll close this video because I got to head out. I want you to sit with this, journal on it, breathe into it, become self-aware with it, and tell me in the comments if you feel called to, right? Where are you tuning in from? How this landed for you? Welcome again. I know we've had a break with the Apsara Academy, but I'm super glad to come back and let you know the next video why there was a break and what's been happening in my life. All right. Thank you again. I love you all, and see you soon in my next video. Bye.